Okay, we are now on the west side of the park and ride, and this is the new area that was just done recently with Toro 570 12-inch PS comms. The PS meaning precision stem, which is the LittleValve stem. And you can see how clean it is. Very little water, no water going into the street. A little bit of water on the curb, a couple of drops just from the large spray. And even if we have a dab of water from the large stream going onto the side of the street, we can sort of handle that because it's not constant. But we don't really have that. In fact, we have no water hitting the street at all. You can see how clean it is, and of course there is no misting, no fogging, low trajectory, which really keeps it from the wind picking it up. And of course this does have full circles in the middle, which was probably a good move. The PRN has a max distance of 26 to 28 feet. And on the pressure and volume of this system, we were actually surprised that we got almost all the way across of this 28-foot area. Look at the sidewalks here. There's hardly anything hitting the sidewalk. And there are 15 sprinklers on this line, of which 4 are full circles. Okay, we're now on valve number 2. We actually have a little bit of breeze coming up, which is basically not affecting us at all. Zero water onto the streets. Just a little water on top of the curb. Only one full circle nozzle on this valve number 2. Again, take a look at the sidewalk. Notice just how perfectly dry it is. No water hitting it. And of course, not even a trace of misting or fogging. Little water on top of the curb, but nothing into the street. And what's really interesting is when you come to curvy areas, just notice how that PRN just whips itself right around those corners. That is just, as previously quoted, phenomenal edge control. This is section 3. And this is the narrowest area. And I would venture to say that that water on top of the curb is probably because of the southerly breeze blowing right at me. I think if we didn't have that, there would be no water even on the curb. And again, we got here's the rest of that curve. And of course you can see the PRNs are just doing their thing. Watering the plants and not getting any water on the streets and just following that curve right around. Here we have side strips and 4 corner strips and 2 side strips. And these are PSNs, which typically when I bring down the side strips to this low, we will usually use Hunter side strips. But these are all Toro heads, so we can't use Hunter side strips. And since we're not watering lawn and just watering bushes, we can get away with the PSNs even down at this low distance. Typically speaking, I will not use the PSNs down lower than 9 to 10 feet. But because of having just lilies here, we can easily get away with the PSNs all the way down to 4, 5, 6 feet. And they won't shut off on us or anything like that. We'll get water on the curb, and even the possibility when there's a breeze, we'll get a little bit of water on the street, but very, very little water going on the street. Curb, yeah, the street, no. In fact, on this side here, no water on the street.